you often see people who appear to be busy all day long. One of the questions that I always get asked is this: why am I not able to be as productive as I would like to be? And the more and more this question is asked, it tends to lead me to believe that this is obviously a huge concern for many students around the world. I get it. You have a lot to do. You have a lot going on, so many things that you're working on. So you tend to spend your days doing a lot of things. But you see, the answer that I reply to them with is actually another question. Are you following the 80-20 productivity rule? And so what I'm saying to you is this. They ask me, Torian, how can I be more productive? Or why am I not being as productive as I would like? And my response is, are you following the 80-20 productivity rule? Are you familiar with the 80-20 rule? Well, listen. Only 20% of what you do each day produces 80% of the results. Think about what I'm telling you. Only 20% of what you do each and every day produces the 80% of your results. So if you can learn to eliminate the things from your day that aren't as important, then you become more productive by focusing on the things that are important. Let me give it to you again. If you can just learn, listen to me. If you can just learn to eliminate the things from your daily life that aren't as important, then you can become more productive by focusing on the things that are important. So here's how it works. If you have a list of 10 things that you need to accomplish today, only 2 of those things will turn out to be worth more than the other 8 things put together. But see, the problem is this. We're too busy. As students, we're too busy focusing on the other 8 things that tend to not contribute as much toward your productivity. Now, I'm not saying that these 8 things are not important. What I'm saying is that the other 2 are more important, and these 2 need your complete attention. I want you to start a list today of all the things that you have to do, all of the tasks, all of the projects, all of the assignments that you must complete. Now, once that list is done, ask yourself this question. If you can only accomplish one of the goals on that list today, which one of those goals would have the greatest positive impact on your life? Only one of your list of 10. If you can accomplish only one of them today, which one of those 10 things would have the greatest impact on your life? Now watch this. Once you have figured out what that thing is, that one thing out of 10, that one item that means the most out of all of them, the one item that is much more impactful than the other 9. Once you have figured out what that thing is, then continue on with the second most important and critical goal. You'll begin to get a sense of the couple of things that are most detrimental to your success. This becomes your 20%. Don't miss this. This becomes your 20%. Now, the other 80% should represent the things that are important, but things that can certainly be put off until the first 20% is complete. We're talking about the 80-20 rule. But you see, here's the problem. If you choose to start your day working on the low value task, or in other words, if you choose to begin your day working on the 80% of the things on your list, then you will soon develop the habit of always starting out working on those low priority items, those low value tasks, those things that are on your list that don't have as much value. So here's how I like to look at it. Watch this. If you complete the top 20% of your task first, then if you happen to run out of time and don't get to the bottom 80%, then that is still, my friends, a good work day, because you chose consciously to focus on the 20% of your day that is the most important. And so if the 80% is not able to be accomplished because of a lack of time, that is okay, because the 20% that you did do account for the other 80%. Stay with me. So in other words, you can get a lot done just by focusing on your top 20% of things to do. And you know what? We can even take it a step further. What I typically tell my students is to aim for getting your 20% done before lunch. Don't miss this. This is the time when your brain is most productive. This is the time when you are awake. This is the time when you are most alert. So if you're putting in a long day of studying, or putting in a long day of homework, try to get as much as you possibly can done before you break for lunch. Now, come on now. We all know what happens after we eat. We tend to get sleepy. We're ready for a nap. We want to wind down our day. And that nap typically means a loss of productivity. Now, here's a fact. You like statistics, you like numbers, you like facts. Here's one for you. The hours between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. are the most wasted hours of the entire day. Why? Because these 3 hours are the hours we transition home from school or from work. And that time in transition is easily lost. We have a tendency to become foggy, if you will, as we begin to unwind from the day. And before we know it, 3 hours have vanished in the blink of an eye. There was a study done a while ago. Watch this. A study that was conducted some years ago on the habits of wealthy people. And what was discovered was that 85% of wealthy people have one big goal that they work on all the time. Don't miss what I'm telling you. They didn't work on different things at one time. They simply focus all of their effort, all of their attention to one goal. And as a result, they were able to become wealthy because of their attention spent on one thing, not multiple things. What are you saying to me, Torian? Well, listen, if you want to be wealthy, then you have to do what wealthy people do. You have to have the same habits. You have to sacrifice the same things. Stop fooling yourself into thinking multitasking works. There is no such thing as a multitasker. Why? Because the moment you try to juggle more than one task is the moment that you lose focus on one of those tasks. And if you lose focus, there's no way you're being productive. changing tasks more than 10 times a day drops your IQ an average of 10 points. So this is what I want you to do. Pick one goal. Pick 2 goals that you can work on over and over and over again. And if you do, I promise you, your life will change for the better. The most valuable tasks that you can do each day are often the hardest and most complex. Watch this. But the payoff and the rewards for completing them can be tremendous. Many successful students become successful because they follow this thing called the 80-20 rule. Now, before you do anything on your list today, listen to what I'm telling you. Before you do anything on your list today, ask yourself, is this in the top 20% or the bottom 80%? What we're talking about here is the 80-20 rule of productivity.